Welcome back, you guys. And today's video is going to be all about my current favorites. We have a bunch of stuff here to talk about. We have skincare, some hair care, and of course, some makeup. So let's get talking about some makeup because I feel like this could be a really long video if I let it be. If you guys notice, yes, I have a white backdrop. I wanted to do some clean shots on my Instagram, kind of get like just, you know, focus more on the face and stuff. And I figured I'd just leave it up and try it out. I do have quite a few backgrounds that I have not played around with, but this one here is like testy. Like no matter how much like I mess with it, like, and I pull it and stuff, it's just, it's a testy bitch. So I apologize if this bothers you. I have to work on it a little bit more, but let's not focus on that right now. Let's start with this, because this is the one product I've been using the longest. This here is the Skin Cosmetics Retinol Advanced Brightening Cream. You guys, I have been using this now for about 2 months. I purchased this at Marshall's. I wanted something that was going to help kind of brighten up my skin, kind of take away some of that pigmentation and scarring that I had left on my skin. Definitely has done wonders for my skin, especially around my chin. I felt like my chin was kind of just discolored just in general, and now I don't have to use as much foundation in that area, and I find that it just looks so much cleaner. I've been so impressed with this. I don't know where I've been without this product, and I am so happy I found this because it has been a miracle worker for me. This here is the Derma-E Essentials Microdermabrasion Scrub. This here is a super powerful like exfoliant. When I do it and I get up to a minute, like I'm almost like, oh my gosh, I have to stop because my skin's so raw. But the next day, you guys, my skin is fabulous. And these two together are like a match made in heaven. This retinol one, I got mine at Marshall's and it was like $14. And then the Derma-E, I believe, was like $28. So it was a little bit more expensive. But this does have a nice like fresh lemon scent, and sometimes I find that it can be a bit abrasive. So if I do use like another product and maybe in between I find that I have some dry patches, I'll just add a little bit of this to my daily cleanser at night, and I'll kind of just work it in those areas. That stuff is like top notch. For those of you guys wondering, this is cruelty-free, GMO-free, gluten-free, and soy-free. So I have two other samples that I've also been trying out. The first one is by Drunk Elephant. They sent me like this little bag, and it had a bunch of their like bestsellers with a bunch of their little like trial products. And this here is the C Firma Day Serum. I love this stuff because I don't like to use serums very much. I find that they can be a little bit heavy on my skin, and so I typically will stay away from serums, but for some reason I wanted to try this out. I put it on my skin, and it dries so well into my skin. It doesn't leave my skin feeling oily or greasy. It really just like seeps into my pores. And then when I go in with my moisturizer, it doesn't feel heavy at all. Like this stuff is amazing. I don't know, like so far I've really been loving this stuff. I haven't tried their eye cream yet. I do have it, but I have yet to try it. But I don't know, so far I'm like, okay, I can get on board with it. And then the next thing I have here is the Origins Ginseng Energy Boosting Gel Moisturizer. This one I wanted to try because I wanted something a little bit more lightweight. I do use the Estee Lauder Day Matte Wear, which is amazing for anybody that is super oily skin, but it right now for me is a little too mattifying. It smells amazing, and I think that's why I like it so much, because it's really nice to like wake up and then you get like this nice like orange scented perfume on your skin. I mean, it goes away after a while, but I don't know, it smells really good. So let's move into hair. Now, you guys know when it comes to red hair, I use a lot of products to keep that red in my hair, because red hair will fade really fast and it'll just end up looking really brassy and just not very vibrant at all. So I was really excited because John Frieda came out with their Radiant Red collection. This is more budget friendly than the one that I normally use, because the one that I use is like $20, but sometimes I'm like, I don't want to wait that long or I run out. I don't know, I like the smell of this. This has like a pomegranate extract with it. The shampoo, I feel like you can kind of do without if you're looking to like save money here and there. But I will say that if you're gonna get anything, definitely try out the conditioner. I do feel like the conditioner really kind of helps revitalize that red. If you have any sort of red tones to your hair, Definitely check out this line if you guys are looking to kind of revamp it in between salon visits. I do like it. I do think it's a really good affordable product. You could find it at the drugstore. I remember when John Frieda came out, and I used to use the John Frieda Smooth Serum. If you got really frizzy hair like I do, definitely try out their Frizz Serum also. It's amazing. But yeah, I just wanted to mention this because I wanted to try it out. I don't have my other one that you guys know I'm absolutely in love with, and I found this and I was like, let's try it out. Let's see how it works. So moving into some makeup, you guys, the very first thing I have been obsessed with, you guys know for years on my channel here, I have used Max Paint Pot in Painterly. It's my ride or die product, and I can't live without it. Until recently, I got a PR package from the company Luscious Cosmetics, and they sent me the Luscious Cosmetics Angel Eyes eyeshadow primer base. This one here is in the shade Nude. I have been living for this eyeshadow base. I feel like it is very, very comparable and almost dupes the Max Paint Pot. I feel like this is a lot closer to the Soft Ochre than it is to Painterly, which I prefer Painterly, but I think they both work extremely well. They cover up. This one, on the other hand, I feel like is just, it's exactly the same thing. It covers up all the discoloration, covers up any redness you have on your eyes, and once you set it and then put your eyeshadows on, it makes them very, very vibrant. I was so impressed with this, you guys, that I have not used my paint pot here since I got this. Like, it's all I use, and I can already tell that I'm starting to get low on it, you guys. It's making me sad. I do want to talk about two blushes. This here is the Bare Minerals Gen Nude collection. And now I'm going to disclose this. I did get this as PR. I am on Bare Minerals PR list, but that does not take away from the fact that I have been obsessed with these blushes, you guys. I do personally like these two the most. So this one here is called Strike a Rose, and then this one is called Peach Bellini, or no, Bellini Brunch. Peach Bellini. I feel like that's from Milani or something. Anyways, this one here is called Bellini Brunch, and the first time I used this one, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna like this. Like, I saw this and I was like, this is way too damn bright. But this actually ends up being like the perfect color to blend in with my bronzer. I have been obsessing over this one right here. It's like what I go to for everything now. I just absolutely love this color. I think it works so well on my skin tone. I also do like how long lasting they are, and I'm really impressed with Bare Minerals. They have stepped up their game. You guys know one of my favorites right now, which I'm going to mention, is their foundation. It is an absolute love of mine. It's actually what I'm wearing today. It works, it sits so well, and I'm just so proud of Bare Minerals. I feel like their line has completely changed to what they used to be. Not that it wasn't good before. I really loved it, but it's even gotten better, you know what I mean? And they're really kind of focusing on really kind of getting up there with some of the other brands. The next thing I have here is the Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer. This here is a high coverage concealer. I got a few questions from you guys asking what I was using because you guys probably did not notice it. See, this is a full coverage concealer, but I definitely think that this is a concealer where you can build it up. This is a 3-layer application, and again, one of those concealers where it doesn't feel like it's full coverage like some other full coverage concealers that are out on the market. It does not feel like that. It actually feels pretty lightweight in my opinion, and it's not drying at all, which is another nice thing I like because I don't know if it's the winter months or what's been going on, but my under eye area has been a lot more drier than normal. So I was really appreciating using this product because some of the other full coverage concealers that I own are just a little too drying right now. So I've been using this a lot more, and if you have dry under eyes, I think you'll be okay with this. And if you are looking for something that is definitely going to cover underneath your eye area, try this out. I think you'll actually love it, and Catrice is a very affordable brand. I have two foundations that I want to talk about, which I feel like is almost not going to even be a surprise to you guys. This here is the Collab Meet Your Matte Foundation. You guys know when I tried this out for the first time in my one brand tutorial, I was like freaking out by how awesome it was. Like, this is definitely not a super matte foundation. It's more like a satin finish. I also really like the longevity of this foundation. I do find that every time I wear this, I can go through an extended period of time using it without having to do any touch-ups on it, which is also really nice as well. The other one I want to mention, which is not a surprise because you guys know I've been talking about this here recently on all my tutorials. It's the Bare Minerals Bare Pro. This is the Performance Wear Liquid Foundation. Now, I don't know if this is a full coverage, but I definitely know that it's a medium coverage. I do think you can build it up to a full coverage, but you're really going to get a nice, good medium coverage out of this. This particular foundation is the exact color match for my skin. As I said earlier, I'm wearing it today, and right now it fits perfectly. They do have the matching powder, which I have not tried yet, so I still have to play with that a little bit more, but I like the way that this sits on my skin, especially once it's been sitting on my skin for a couple of hours. I feel like it gives me a really nice, like, luminous finish to my skin, and it doesn't look like I'm wearing a bunch of foundation, which sometimes I feel like after a while, a foundation may look good on your skin, but then like throughout the day, you're like, oh my gosh, I look like hideous. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, oh my gosh, I definitely look like I'm wearing foundation now. Where this one really sits nicely on the skin and kind of looks like it's your skin, but a little bit better, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, 2 favorite foundations right there. Have been loving, and there's not much else to say. I just love them. Let's move into this collection, which is the Kristen Leanne collection with Urban Decay. By far was my favorite so far this year. I'm still obsessing over this, especially her highlighting palette. Yes, the colors are, in my opinion, very dupeable, but there is something about this formula in particular. If you have to get anything from her collection, I definitely would recommend the highlighting palette, because this shade right here, I love to use on my inner corner, but I like using them all together. I don't like to use them separately, and I love this thing. Like, I absolutely love it. And I love her lipstick. This lipstick here is called Bun Bun. You guys, look at this color. If you have not tried their lipsticks, I beg you to try the Urban Decay lipsticks. I love their matte finishes because they're not super matte. You know what I mean? Like, some lipsticks are almost so matte that they're drying even to the touch, where this one, yes, it's matte, but there's just a little bit of hydration to give it that like nice push along the lips. And I do find that throughout the day, it doesn't give me any like sort of weirdness around the inside of my lips, or it doesn't crinkle up, which always really nice in my book. So alright, you guys, so that kicks off this video. Let me know if any of these you guys have tried or your thoughts on them, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed it. You guys can always find me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all that good stuff. And before you guys head out, please make sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching today's video and hanging out with me for a little bit, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.